gonna be making the Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is my own design. Took me a while to get it. Just the engines here also. I could. There's supposed to be four of these wing edges, but I was only able to make three out of this the base, and it's yeah, this is the Milano. So this is folded using a I think it's 3 inch by 3 inch square, the one you get usually from printer paper or all-purpose paper. When you cut it in half and stuff, I'll showcase that in a separate video. So I suggest you guys use a 6 inch of kami, a Japanese paper. I have a bunch of these, but I use them sparingly. I don't really use them for practice. So we're gonna fold them in. So start color side up, and then so the outcome of this is supposed to be that it's white. I'm gonna start white side up. So um, the color that's upwards is gonna be the color of the skin, and then the one that's below is gonna be the color of the. Or actually, this one's gonna be the color of the lines. Is the color of the body. So I want to showcase the body. So if you guys are using copper paper, I suggest you guys. I mean, if you guys want to fold this model and want to make it look as much as the Milano as possible, I suggest you guys use blue tissue foil on the bottom and copper tissue foil on top. So you just tape them together or you glue them together. Okay, so fold it in half, and then what we're gonna do is actually sorry this. So color side up first. This first, the color side up. And then we're gonna fold it up, fold it in half. First in half. That's really nice. Alright. And then we're gonna fold these guys, these two flaps up. Fold this up. And then the same thing on the side. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna sink this part here. So actually, I suggest you guys fold this part, and then we're gonna fold the diagonal. Then, or we're gonna in reverse fold it. So reverse, and then open. Sorry for the noise in the background. Okay, I'm gonna put this like that, and then this fold it down like that. These are gonna be the wing parts. You guys can do this directly, but I like to fold them first so they're much neater. So when you're folding it, make sure to be as precise as possible. Make precise creases and crease with your nails, and don't just crease it like this with your hands. You guys can grow your nails, so probably like this, but not too long, to fold origami models with precision. Okay, so just do the same thing to the other side. Like this. And that's the wing parts here, the winglets. And alright. This is a relatively simple model. It took me a while to realize what the base looked like. And I was just randomly toying with paper. I was like, okay, let's experiment a little. Try to find a good base to make this. I tried to use a fish base. I tried to use a bird base. I tried to use the Ishikawa base, the one that's used for folding the cicada, because it had a lot of flaps, but I realized it didn't work. So I came up with this. Sorry. Here's the clever part. So it now looks like a trapezoid or trapezium. So it's supposed to be pointing upwards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold these guys up. So there's a small line over here, which you guys. We're gonna fold this up to the top, like this, like that, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. Just fold it up there. We can start exposing the bottom color, but you can see it's already exposed here even a bit. So, all right. Next, here's the really clever part. Here's where I found out. Oh man, I could have used this. Okay, this is the actual base. So we're gonna fold this down. And then as we fold it down, the same line that we use the reference, we're gonna fold this up until this edge. So, like this. And crease. then do the same thing to the other side. And it is. This is what I call the Milano base, because obviously this is what I use as the base for Milano. You guys can use it for other models if you want to, but we're gonna use it for the Milano. So what we're gonna do is bring these two corners together. And this is where precision really comes in handy. See that? Alright, now you guys can see the nose. So you guys can see it now. Okay. Next, we're gonna open this up. Okay, we're gonna open this up like this. Really good. I really gotta record these videos whenever other people are not around, because they end up like making noise whenever I'm recording, and whenever I stop recording, that's when they get quiet for some reason. All right, so back to the video. So we're gonna open this up like that. It's you guys have to eyeball it. There's no really precise measurement to this. You guys are gonna need to eyeball it. So like that. And make sure when you shape this front part of the ship, it's such that these two, the wings, or the main sort of support for the wings, are pointed upwards or slanted upwards like this. After that, we're gonna go up here and then squash fold. Let's open it up a bit and then squash it down. So it's not symmetric, but yeah, for now. And then fold it down like this. Alright, like that. And then, yeah. And the next, what we're gonna do is, I think it's called a swivel fold. So we're gonna swivel fold this. So we're gonna fold this here, and at the same time, we're gonna fold this part in. So watch carefully. This. Fold this down to the edge. This. And while you're at it, leave some space in the middle. Like this. And then just do the same thing to the other side. And there we have the canopy. If you guys want, you can fold these parts in, but I'll skip that for now. And shape the canopy a bit. Okay, there is the canopy. It looks better really if you use the 6-inch commie paper rather than printer paper or all-purpose paper, bond paper. You know, the worst paper that you could ever fold with is bond paper, construction paper, or Oslo paper, in my opinion. The texture is very rough, and whenever it gets damp out, it starts unfolding really fast. Right? It doesn't retain shape as much as origami paper or bond paper or printer paper. But the best paper that you have, if you're a baker or if you guys have parchment paper laying around, that's a great paper to use when you're folding big models or complex models. And if you don't have the money, of course, to buy, like professional gigantic origami paper, like I do. I use parchment paper. All right, next up, we're gonna flip the model. It's supposed to look like this, and we're gonna fold these in. So around here, around near this line here, imaginary line, somewhere near that. At the same time, we're slanting it. So we're slanting like this. So it's supposed to make a sort of wing type shape. I mean, that's what it is. It's supposed to look like it's a spaceship for Christ's sakes. Really cool design, in my opinion. Really nice and futuristic design for the spaceships in Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. Once you have those folded out, you guys can pretty much shape the engines at this point. It's this part that I'm talking about here. That's this. So you can pull that out and then shape the engines as you'd like. Now, you guys can do that, I guess. shape the engines how you'd like. It's been a while since I've seen actually. Look at the Milano. So sorry if the shape is a bit off of the engines. This can be this. I'll just go with that. There. And there's the engines. It's also a good way to stand the model like this. It's a good stand too. Okay. Alright, now that we're done with that part, what we're gonna do next, keep it slanted upwards. Keep the wing slant up. Next, we're gonna fold the wing part. So what we're gonna do is zigzag fold these upper and lower flaps. Or appendages. So we're gonna fold them up right until the point where our folding of the engine stop. So around that, make sure it's slanted around this way. Roughly parallel to this. Roughly parallel. So you're gonna have to approximate it like that. Or if you want, you can just make it straight like that. But I prefer slant. And then you're gonna fold it like that. So we're gonna first like this and then like that. So it's a zigzag fold. And the other side, we're just gonna copy this side here on the top. So when we fold the bottom part, we're just gonna copy top fold. If you guys want, you can sync these guys, but I won't sync them in this video because it's too time consuming. And do the same thing here. And then just copy it on this side. And then just do it again. I saw a video or a short on YouTube trying that showed Origami Milano, and I was wondering how he made it. I was just like figuring out. There's actually a video made by Torcel about building a Milano, but it doesn't quite look like the ship. It's a bit flat. I mean, he made the Benatar pretty good. All right, you're just gonna shape it according to taste or how it looks like in the movie. So he actually made this. Torcel actually made the Milano and that stuff. I think I'm gonna link it in the description. But it doesn't quite look like the ship. That's my kind of problem with his design. It looks flat-ish. It's not actually like the ship. That's my gripe with his design. In my design, actually, it's more in shape with the ship. So after this, we're gonna just fold this up like that. And there we have it, the Milano. You guys can make yourselves an army of these, and you'll be able to take on Thanos, or not Thanos, but maybe Rowan the Accuser. Origami Milano. So yeah, see ya.